Hey, what's up everybody? So in this video, I wanted to go over the step-by-step process on how to sell physical products on Amazon. I'm not gonna go into super detailed description about it. I'm just gonna give the overview to see if you're interested in something like this. And if you've ever been thinking about it, you'll wanna watch this video. So before we get into everything, before we get into the overview, I gotta ask you a few things and you know what they are. Hit the like button, it helps with the YouTube algorithm. I would appreciate it greatly. And also subscribe if you haven't done so already. Why haven't you done so already? Just subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you will get notifications every time I post a new video, which is pretty often these days, as well as if you're on Instagram, might as well follow me on there. I post there pretty much daily, so you will get other aspects of my life as well. And also, leave a comment below at the end of this video. I want to know what you think about this, and if you have any other thoughts about what videos I should do, I'm all ears. So look, the quick overview before we get into everything is this. I was working with a acting business coach around 2013, 2014. He had put me on the ways to sell physical products on Amazon and try to make some extra money. Now, in full disclosure, I joined a online course that goes way into detail, way more than what I'm just talking about now. Now is the overview of what I went into. It was so many hours of watch time. They were in 5-minute increments. I'm gonna put a link below. If you do not see the link, let me know and I will send it to you. But it's the course that I took. Now, it was a big investment. At this time, it was about a $5,000 investment. It was a lot more than I really wanted to spend at that time, but I felt like if I did this and I followed the course, everyone was saying, you would find success. And I did. I found success, at least in the it hasn't been crazy. It wasn't something that I could, stop doing real estate and just make money selling these products all day. But it was something that, made me feel good. It was another entrepreneurial endeavor, and it created some passive income, and it also was pretty fun to do. So my first product didn't sell so well. I thought I was kind of a genius. We're gonna go into what to look for with products. I thought I was, I found the perfect product. It was something I liked, something I used, and I made a little modification. Just didn't end up selling so well. So I kept up with it. I stayed the course. I kept going along with the course. I kept following the little courses that they had, making step-by-step actions. And my second product I ordered ended up taking off, and I don't know what it was, but it's just around the Christmas time and the holidays is where it really took off, and I ended up netting some pretty good money, paid the course back, and now I have something that I can make money every year during around the holiday time with that product. So without further ado, let's go into it. I'm going to share my screen and walk you through a couple things here. So step one, we are going to find a product to sell on Amazon. That is the first step that you must do. And I'm going to look up this. This is a product I was just looking around the other day and came across this. Now, the first criteria in this step one is that you want to find something that's selling right now for the price in between $7 and $40. So you want to be between $7 and $40 because studies have shown that's impulse buying. If it's under 7, it's kind of like almost not even worth it. If it's over 7, it's over 40, you kind of got to think twice about it, like if it's 45 or something like that. But if you find products between $7 and $40, studies have shown it's more impulse buying. So that's the first step. Now this is selling 24, 26, obviously it's between that pricing, from the cheapest to the most expensive. Now, the second criteria in step one is that you want to find competitors with not a lot of reviews. Basically, this is really, that's a lot of reviews, but you can see that probably the second bestseller and the third bestseller, they don't have a crazy number of views. Ideally, I'd like this under 1,000, but if you got to get it to, you just don't want like 16,000, 10,000, and 20,000 or 15,000 or something like that, because that's just showing that those ones have so many reviews, and if they're all 5 stars, then it's really hard. You don't want to get into that space as much. So this one's not terribly bad. But ideally, you want something a little better than this, with a little more reviews. But I'll deal with it because these two are under 2,000. So then your third product in step one, the third criteria to look for is that you don't want a brand name that is selling. So for instance, if you had this idea, I want to make paper towels and make my own physical product paper towel. Well, coming to mind right off the bat, I mean, you don't want to be dealing with anything brand name, and I'm thinking Bounty, and ideally that kind of brand, they've figured it out that they're going to give the best possible price anyway, unless you're making like a premium paper towel. But unless you have a real passion about it, I wouldn't want to get into that space. So that's the next step. Now, in this situation, Amazon is starting to they're starting to see what's selling good. The fact that if I were to say to you, hey, what's a good baking, silicone baking mat, you wouldn't have a clue who it is. I mean, number 2 is Macaroon baking mats, Gridman baking mats. Like, you've never heard of these ones. So the fact that Amazon's making it is showing that it's selling well. And then, but they're starting to get in the physical product space. So ideally, you don't want something that Amazon's selling right now. But for this example, they are. So then the next step is that the next criteria is that ideally you want so there's 4 criteria in step 1. Ideally, you want something that's selling between their top sellers are selling 500, under 500 or under 1,000 in the bestseller ranking in that major category. So here, let's check this out. So we got this, and this is where you find it. You click into the product. You go down, and then here, Amazon gives you the bestseller ranking. So you can see it right here. This is number 23 in kitchen and dining. That's incredible. And then 1 in baking mats. So this is selling incredibly well. Let's see how number 2 is doing. Looks like this in bestseller here, selling for $17.95. This is go down to bestseller ranking, 418 and number 1 in macaroon baking mats and pans. So this is selling in kitchen and dining. That's the main product category. 418. That's selling very well. So it's the 418th bestseller in all kitchen and dining. So then this one, selling for $10.99. is got 903, so still under that 1,000, and it's 6 in baking mats. So these are selling pretty well, exceptionally well. So, in this one, bestseller, for $8.99, 2 of them, let's see where this comes in. Only 371 ratings. And 1,000. Now, if you're down to 1,000 for 11 in kitchen and dining and 10 in baking mats, you're selling really good. So even the 4th one is doing good. So this is it's a good product to maybe get into, I guess. Only a couple things that are not the best, but so here now we're gonna go on to step 2. So that's how to find a product that fits the criteria on Amazon that's selling. Step 2 is to find the supplier. So you gotta go, there's 2 ways to do this. Ideally, if you're in the States, you want to try to first use somebody in the States. So you would go here, I actually did it, plus supplier, plus silicone baking mats, minus Alibaba. I just wanted to try to get Alibaba out of there. But Alibaba. So that's the Chinese version of Amazon. So basically, they sell things at wholesale on there. It's pretty much all signs pointing to Alibaba. So we'll go over to Alibaba then. We'll look on there to see what silicone baking mats are selling for, how many you can get them for. Let's go here. Type in silicone baking mats. All right, so here we got a couple options coming up. actually 4,774 review results. So as we can see here, looking down at some of them, they look very similar to the one. Silicone baking mats, like this is very similar to some of these that are selling, right? So then you kind of got to look at what they're selling for. Here, 50 cents to hot sale, 50 cents to $1.50. That means that minimum order is 10 of these. So say, let's use the average, right? And say they're $1 each. So then we're going to go $1. We're going to say I could probably get these for $1. So say you want to order 100 of them. Now, this is where ideally you go here. Let's do the quick math on this to see if it's a good product. Say we get these for $1, right? Just as an example, so now I know that the ice ball makers that I buy, they're $1 each to ship over. So say we get 100 of these, and we ship them over, and that costs $100. So now you're in it for each one. Basically we're in it for $2 each one. So now you got to remember that FBA charges for fulfillment by Amazon. They charge $3.63 each one packed. So it's just a charge for them to basically work for you and people to work at their warehouse and pack and ship your product out, so you don't have to be doing it. You could basically be sleeping, and these things are selling at night. So we're in it for $2 each, and FBA charges $3.65 or $3.63, I think now. So now everyone that gets sent out is $5.65 before you even sell it. Now, when Amazon sells something, they charge a referral fee on top of that, and it's 15%. So say, for instance, let's make math easy. You sell something for $9.99, just say $10. It's going to be, Amazon's just going to straight take for a referral fee $1.50. So now you got to add in the $1.50 on top of the $5.63 that it's going to cost you already. So the math on that, roughly looking at $5.63, $6.63, about $7.13 for every one that you sell. So you sell it for $9.99, $10. You're basically making about what did I say? $7.13. You're basically making about $2 and about $2 and 73 cents each one. So it's not bad. So you sell 100 of them, and you made $273. So I think my math's right on that. But so that is how you find a product on Amazon to sell. Let me just double check that. $9.99 minus $7.13. Yeah, $286. So you sell 100 of them, you made $286. You sell 1,000, you made $2,860. So now you go back to Amazon and see, okay, that was about this. I got to get 2 of these, though. I mean, to compare with this person that's in the bestseller ranking. So these are pretty much selling at 2 a piece at the very minimum. So you got to calculate that in as well, that it's 2 instead of 1. I mean, so it's basically going to cost you, $2 for each one to buy and ship over, and then you're going to put those in, so it's going to be $4, and then the FBA is going to be the same because it's going to be in packs of 2, so it's 4, then $3.63, so $4 plus $3.63 for FBA packaging and handling, and then it's going to cost you, if you sell them at $10, it's going to cost you $1.50, so plus $1.50. So you're in it for $9.13. So if you sell these in packs of 2, you're in it for $9.13, and you sell them at $9.99. You're really only making 70 cents. That's if you put 2 of them in. So that's kind of how you do the math behind everything. The quick and easy of it, and that is, that's pretty much it for step 2 to find out, the product supplier, and I'd definitely order a sample
too, of a couple of these, and on Alibaba you can do that. You can order a sample. They're probably going to charge you, you're going to charge more you get charged for the shipping and stuff. It's going to cost you like maybe $40 or something, but definitely get a couple of these to sample first before you just go with one.
So step 3, decide how you will sell it. Do you want a design? Do you want to embroider something on it? Do you want to sell just in a regular poly plastic bag? That's how they usually come. A lot of times you've gotten stuff from Amazon. Now Amazon will pack and ship, and that's what the FBA the price is, because remember, FBA will charge you $3.63 basically for every product you sell, just to be able to pack it, ship it, and all that stuff. So you're basically paying them to be able to work for you. Here is actually my product that I sell on Amazon. I don't know if you can see this, ice balls. I decided, and instead of, now it probably could just come in this tray, but I decided to be able to put a little plastic box around it and design that. So you can do something like that. So if you want, go check out my product on Amazon, and or decide how you want to make yours. Now step 4, set up a Amazon Seller Central account. You have to go through it and set it up the right way. It's a pretty easy process. Just go to Seller Central, type in Google Seller Central Amazon.com. That will come up, and you pretty much just have to go through the whole process. Now you will need to make a detail page, and that's going to give you a certain number to be able to, I think it's called like an FNSKU number or an SKU number. It's basically like an identification number to be able to link your product to the new shipment that's coming in and be able to sync them up so Amazon knows where it goes once it gets to the warehouse. So step 5, place an order with your supplier and send it over to Amazon. Now, all you have to do is really, these guys are so used to it. The suppliers know what, you will get an address from Amazon. You basically can contact seller support at Amazon for anything you need and say, hey, how do I do this? How do I get this sent to it? Am I doing this the right way? They'll help you out. You also can talk to your supplier and be like, hey, this is my first order, first time doing this. And they will help you out, just telling you if it's the right way, if you're doing things the right way. So don't be scared to ask for help. But that's how you can do it. It's a pretty step-by-step process. Suppliers and Amazon deal with this all the time. So that's everything. Now, that's everything to get the logistics set up to be able to sell on Amazon. Now, after that, it's really just about, it's a whole different process. It's about getting reviews. It's about doing Amazon sponsored ads. It's about doing campaigns on social media. It's about just ramping up sales that are already there. You might get some organic sales. Yesterday, maybe I got like 5 organic sales. It's a lot different than my 300 sales a day or 400 a day during the holiday time, which is great. Around December, it's fantastic. But you might even be able to sell your product in a store. I mean, this thing, there's a liquor store that I'm actually looking at to be able to sell the product in, and it's time consuming, so it's a step-by-step process, but this is what it is. It's fun, it's a project, and that's what I set it out to be. If you can set it out to be like that, then you will succeed, and it's a way to make some extra money and be your own boss and be entrepreneurial and literally be able to work wherever you want. If your thing takes off, you're able to work wherever you want in the world, just as long as you have a computer. You can order these from a supplier. Now, send them to your Amazon warehouse, whether it's ordering it from a US supplier or a Chinese supplier. Send it to your warehouse and have your warehouse ship it out and make some money to your bank account. So that's it. Guys, if you like this video, thank you so much for watching, and please hit that like button so it helps with the YouTube algorithm, and share this video with anybody else you might think is interested in the same possible thing, as well as subscribe if you have not done so already, and hit that notification bell so you will get notifications every time I post a new video. And follow me on Instagram. I post there pretty much daily, so you will get other aspects of my life as well. Guys, thank you so much. Leave a comment, reply. I will reply back. I want to know what you think about this, and have a great day.